football. We took it to the playoffs. Collinsville, white and purple, yeah, we are the K-Hawks. I said the K-Hawks, the school of champions. We laugh a lot, we rap a lot. I'm asked to be an Indian again. I'm telling them that Collinsville is where it's at. So when we on the field of court, they better be aware of that. They scared of that. Of course, look at the ceiling. What up, Mr. Floyd? Yeah, it's Collinsville. And yes, I'm glad to say that I'm a K-Hawk. I'm about to graduate. Yeah, you know what it is. Collinsville High School, a champions. Yeah, screaming that's us. And when we on top, boy, quit fussing. All around my town, everything is white and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple. We shut it down for the school and the sports team. White and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple.
White and purple, yeah, I know you see it. You see the chaos and you tell yourself you wanna be it. I go to CHS, so I am a champ. I ran this game so long I'm starting to get a stomach cramp. Class of 1 and 2, but we're number 1. Shout out to all my juniors, yeah, you know we get it done. White and purple, you already know. It's little easy peasy and that boy lay low.
Yeah, you know what it is. Collinsville High School, a champions. Yeah, screaming that's us. And when we on top, boy, quit fussing. All around my town, everything is white and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple. We shut it down for the school and the sports team. White and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple.
I'm about my white and purple, Scarface and DJ Screw. We on the peak of the mountain, best at what we do. Yeah, we the champs, homie, but we ain't selling shoes. These boys bleeding purple, call us the chief and crew. They don't gotta do it big, cause I don't play with sports. I play my cards right, now a good report. When Dub 12 comes, it's time to roll off. I'm in the back cause everybody rolling with me, K-Hawks.
Yeah, you know what it is.
Look, all the freshmen, all the fresh boys,
High school champions.
yeah, they know what it is.
All around my town, everything is
White and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple.
we shut it down for the school and the sports team.
White and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple.
Yeah, you know what it is. Collinsville High School, a champions. Yeah, screaming that's us. And when we on top, boy, quit fussing. All around my town, everything is white and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple. We shut it down for the school and the sports team. White and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple.
And a very good early evening to everyone, and welcome to Belleville East High School. I am Todd Duke, and we're glad to have you along here on the Kahok Sports Network as we get you set for little boys volleyball playoff action here as your Collinsville Kahawks get ready to take on the Griffins of Father McGivney High School out of Glen Carbon in a regional play-in game. Again, I am Todd Duke, and welcome once again, everyone, and welcome into the pregame show brought to you by Cafe Agape in Collinsville, home of the Kahok Chicken Sandwich. Cafe Agape, been doing their thing since 2012, coming up on their 10-year anniversary. They offer catering of some of the best home-cooked food in the area. Swing on by, order that Kahok Chicken Sandwich if it's just you or maybe you and a special someone in your life. If not, how about catering? Yeah, they do that too. If you have a big event coming up, big or small, just a regular size luncheon meeting with the folks from the office or maybe something as big as a wedding reception, they will handle all of that for you with their catering department. Give Cafe Agape a call today at 345-CAFE. That's 345-2233. Well, Collinsville comes into their first ever playoff matchup. They competed in their first ever year in boys volleyball this year, and they finished the regular season with a record of 8-12. They were 1-9 in Southwestern Conference play. That big Southwestern Conference victory coming last week against Alton under first-year head coach Mike Nichols. The Griffins of Father McGivney, they come in with an overall record of 10-8 this year, and their head coach is Paul Veith. He is in his second year and has a overall record now of 12-16. Collinsville comes into this contest averaging just under a set win per match at 0.74, while Father McGivney comes in averaging at least one set per match at 1.12. The sets lost are almost even. Collinsville has lost 24 sets this year. That averages out to 1.26 losses per match. And Father McGivney, they have lost 20 sets this year, and that comes out to an average of 1.18. Kahawks are coming off a loss in their inaugural season finale at Altoff, however, 25-16, 25-15, but that came 2 days after that first ever Southwestern Conference win over Alton. However, Collinsville does come in with just that one win over their last 6 matches. They won 2 in a row twice this season, and they had 2 4-game losing streaks. The Griffins, they come in having lost 4 in a row to end their regular season. That streak followed a 3-match win streak in which Father McGivney picked up their second win versus Collinsville during that run at Virgil Fletcher Gymnasium. Only a loss to Belleville East kept that from being a 7-game win streak, so 6 of 7 is what the Griffins won right before that 4-game skid to end that streak. And that little nugget of good play in volleyball there was from March 26th to April the 19th. Of course, these two teams did meet twice during the regular season. March 23rd, the second ever game for the varsity boys volleyball team and the first ever road game following that season opening win versus Saxony Lutheran. The Griffins won the first meeting 25-16 and 25-14. The second meeting was at Virgil Fletcher, as I mentioned. That was on April the 19th. Father McGivney also won that one in 2 straight sets, but a little better in the scoring department for Collinsville, 25-21 and 25-18. I had a chance to broach that subject of the 2 games against Father McGivney, plus a overall retrospect on the first season ever in boys volleyball at Collinsville High School, and that conversation with none other than Mike Nichols. That's my conversation, and that'll be coming your way next as the Cafe Agape pregame show continues here on the Kahok Sports Network. Cafe Agape serves up some of the best sandwiches, burgers, pork steaks, meatloaf, fish, and more in Collinsville. And yes, they still cater. Wedding receptions, luncheons, business meetings, and much more. And Cafe Agape is your destination for all of your holiday and party favorites, both main courses as well as delicious sides. Cafe Agape in Collinsville is the only place to pick up a Kahawk sandwich or dog and the new Flamin' Kahawk sandwich. Cafe Agape, check them out at 703 St. Louis Road. Give them a call at 345-CAFE. That's 345-2233. And don't forget to tell them Stewie sent you.
All Pro Tees in Caseyville is your place for custom apparel and has been for over 20 years now. Why? All Pro Tees can handle any size project, big or small, and they specialize in large group orders. At All Pro Tees, quality is number 1 on their list of priorities, as is evident by their excellent customer service. Did we mention All Pro Tees has over 20 years of experience? They can even help with fundraisers and event merchandising for your group. So for all of your apparel needs, for civic groups, sports teams, business outings, or even a family reunion, your apparel needs stop at All Pro Tees. All Pro Tees in Caseyville, right across the street from Kahok Stadium. Online at allprotees.com or on Facebook at All Pro Tees. Or call All Pro Tees at 344-2200.
Are the lights on your dashboard putting on a show? Bring it to Mike's Automotive in Collinsville. Mike's Automotive is also a T3 certified tire center. They can handle all of the basics like oil changes and tune-ups and the not-so-basics like complete engine rebuilds. Mike's Automotive also has 24-hour towing and has 3 locations: Millstadt, St. Louis, and in Collinsville. The Collinsville location is at 1150 St. Louis Road, just blocks from the high school. Or call 345-0611, online at mikesautomotive.net and Mike's Automotive on Facebook.
Plumbing or electrical problems? Is your AC or heater on the fritz? There are dozens of companies out there, but do you really know who you're letting in your home? Trust Tiger. Our technicians are clean-cut, drug-free, and background checked. What other company can make this bold statement? Our 24-hour emergency service will ensure your plumbing, heating, AC, and electric are up and running no matter what time of day it is. Schedule your appointment today. Tiger Plumbing, Heating, Air Conditioning, and Electrical Services. We earn our stripes every day.
Pack Mail of Collinsville, locally owned and operated by Ryan Combs. Pack Mail can ship anything, anywhere. They treat you like a neighbor because, well, you are a neighbor. Pack Mail offers shipping materials and containers, private mailboxes, as well as climate-controlled self-storage. Visit Pack Mail at 407 Beltline Road in Collinsville. Online, We ship stlouis.com or call Pack Mail at 346-4884. The Collinsville Education Association is a proud supporter of KahokSports.com and the Kahok Sports Network. The CEA is your partner as they work to ensure quality education for our children. The CEA advocates excellence and equity in public education and represent over 400 educators in 11 schools in both Madison and St. Clair counties. For more information, you can visit the Collinsville Education Association's Facebook page or the CEA's website at collinsvillecea.org.
Cafe Agape serves up some of the best sandwiches, burgers, pork steaks, meatloaf, fish, and more in Collinsville. And yes, they still cater. Wedding receptions, luncheons, business meetings, and much more. And Cafe Agape is your destination for all of your holiday and party favorites, both main courses as well as delicious sides. Cafe Agape in Collinsville is the only place to pick up a Kahok sandwich or dog and the new Flamin' Kahok sandwich. Cafe Agape, check them out at 703 St. Louis Road. Give them a call at 345-CAFE. That's 345-2233. And don't forget to tell them Stewie sent you.
And we welcome you back into the Cafe Agape pregame show here on the Kahok Sports Network. We're at Belleville East High School. It is the regional playoffs for your Collinsville Kahok boys volleyball team. Their first taste of postseason action. And joining us now is Collinsville's head coach Mike Nichols. Coach, let's reflect for me, if you will, on the season, the regular season that just ended, and tell me your thoughts on your first year.
We certainly had some ups and downs. Had some injuries mid-season, had some great issues mid-season. It's nice to finally get everybody healthy, everybody eligible, and look forward to a pretty competitive game tonight.
All right, let's go backwards in time just a little bit. You guys got your first Southwestern Conference set win last week, and it turned into your first Southwestern Conference match win. Speak on that game against Alton for a minute.
Yeah, that was a fun match. First one that went to 3 sets. Both teams were super competitive. Both teams are playing hard. Lots of emotions, lots of good volleyball. It was nice to come out on top at home.
All right, and I know that you haven't done all of this by yourself, and we haven't touched on your assistants yet this year. So give everybody an idea who your assistant coaches are and their contributions this year. Because that's a lot of experience you got there.
Sure thing. Well, Jenny Eschman, Dave Boger were both my assistant coaches. They split the assistant role, even though both of them were at most practices and most games. It was awesome having both of them around. Jenny played college volleyball. Dave's been around the game pretty much his whole life. Julie Barsh did our scorebook along with Tracy Plegman. Again, both of them been around volleyball their entire lives. It was nice having both of them with us. Katie Reckline, she set for Collinsville and played a little libero. She helps out a lot, and it's just all hands on deck. They all were a big part of the successes we've had, and I'm glad to have them.
All right, let's talk about Father McGivney here for a moment. This is a team that you played twice. You lost to them both times, once at their place, once at your place. What is it that you can take out of that you can use to kind of help you get this victory tonight?
The first time we played them, it was the first really solid volleyball team we played. We were kind of starstruck by the speed of them, but by the time they came to our house later in the season, we definitely caught up to the speed. It was a little bit closer match. Hopefully the old NFL adage holds. It's hard to beat a team 3 times in 1 year. We'll see if that happens.
Well, yeah, I hear you, because I got a lot of that coming up with softball, too. All right, let's talk about some individuals for a moment. The leader in the serves versus the errors department was Luke Geisen up there with Elijah Davidson. Talk to me about that particular point in the category of playing volleyball.
If you can have a solid serve that keeps the other team's offense not running how they want it to run, you will have a very competitive volleyball team. Luke, Eli, Josh all have created, along with Adam Reiniger, all 4 of their serves. When they control them and get them in bounds, they are tough to handle.
Kills, one of those categories that is near to dear to everybody's heart, because that's offense at its finest right there. Joshua Zagorski led your team in that category. Speak about that for a moment.
Josh is an incredible athlete. He jumps higher and is the most fundamentally sound hitter we got. He gets a lot of balls set in his direction. He's kind of the go-to if it's an out-of-system pass. If he keeps the ball in bounds, he is an incredibly dangerous player.
All right, talk about the guy you used for libero most of the season in Joey Arauk. He's number 2 on the list in service receives, 120 serves coming his way, and very few errors. That's huge, too.
That is huge, and a lot of those errors came in the first half of the season. Second half of the season, I think his emotions, he started to control a little better, and he's done a really good job passing for us. On that note, Matt Falvey has also passed very well for us, and when he gets called upon.
All right, so you have Father McGivney here. What is it that you want to see your team do, and what is it that you want to see that your team can do to get a victory here tonight?
Control their serve, number 1, and keep our hits in play. If our blockers get into a good spot and put some blocks on the table for us, we'll be in good shape.
Thanks a lot, Coach. Good luck tonight.
Thank you.
Mike Nichols, your Collinsville Kahok head boys volleyball coach. We'll take a break here on the Cafe Agape pregame show. When we come back, the starters come your way and some more stats, names, and numbers and all that on the Kahok Sports Network.
Cafe Agape serves up some of the best sandwiches, burgers, pork steaks, meatloaf, fish, and more in Collinsville. And yes, they still cater. Wedding receptions, luncheons, business meetings, and much more. And Cafe Agape is your destination for all of your holiday and party favorites, both main courses as well as delicious sides. Cafe Agape in Collinsville is the only place to pick up a Kahok sandwich or dog and the new Flamin' Kahok sandwich. Cafe Agape, check them out at 703 St. Louis Road. Give them a call at 345-CAFE. That's 345-2233. And don't forget to tell them Stewie sent you.
Brady Pest and Termite Management in Caseyville. Brady Pest and Termite Management is your local pest control source. The Midwest offers its fair share of pest problems, and Brady Pest and Termite Management is up to the challenge. Whether it's pesky rodents in the cold winter months or ants, spiders, and other pests in the warm months, Brady Pest and Termite is your solution. And termites? Brady Pest is tops in the Metro East in termite management. Do you have unwanted pests? Then call the best. Brady Pest and Termite Management in Caseyville. Call 343-1790 or on Facebook at Brady Pest and Termite.
Collinsville High School alumni Stacy Lauenstein, CHS class of 91, Lisa Bassetto, Sarah Sulke, and Tracy Limp, CHS class of 94, Tony Geisen, CHS class of 96, and Kevin Robinson, CHS class of 99, want to wish all of our Kahawks a great year. We look forward to cheering you on and supporting you. Work hard on the court and the field, as well as in the classroom. Remember, once a Kahawk, always a Kahawk. Hashtag Kahawk Family. Just because we're adults doesn't mean we don't have toys, am I right? If your adult toys consist of boats, campers, or RVs, then you need to call the GASA storage team of professionals. Winter weather in the Midwest can be quite harsh, and finding a place to properly store those expensive toys for winter can be just as rough as a Midwest winter. That's where the GASA storage team comes in, with outdoor self-storage and covered storage for your toys. They even have tractor-trailer parking. Conveniently located at Horseshoe Lake Road and 111 in Pontoon Beach. GASA Storage, for the safe storage of all of your toys. Contact the GASA Storage team, gasastorage@gmail.com, or call today, GASA Storage Team, 618-797-6100. Cafe Agape serves up some of the best sandwiches, burgers, pork steaks, meatloaf, fish, and more in Collinsville. And yes, they still cater. Wedding receptions, luncheons, business meetings, and much more. And Cafe Agape is your destination for all of your holiday and party favorites, both main courses as well as delicious sides. Cafe Agape in Collinsville is the only place to pick up a Kahok sandwich or dog and the new Flamin' Kahok sandwich. Cafe Agape, check them out at 703 St. Louis Road. Give them a call at 345-CAFE. That's 345-2233. And don't forget to tell them Stewie sent you.
Welcome back into the Cafe Agape pregame show here on the Kahok Sports Network. We're running just a little bit behind here tonight. As you can tell, they're just finishing up their warm-ups. A little bit more about Father McGivney. They began operations as a high school in 2012 with 19 students. No sports at that time. Most sports programs at the school in Glen Carbon started in the 2016-2017 season. Actually, they did have a bass fishing team, and in 2015, they won state champs. How about that? They took second in baseball last year, and they are up to 219 students now. at Father McGivney High School. Our final break comes your way. When we come back, we'll have starters and we'll get this game going. We'll do all that and more coming up here on the Kahok Sports Network.
Cafe Agape serves up some of the best sandwiches, burgers, pork steaks, meatloaf, fish, and more in Collinsville. And yes, they still cater. Wedding receptions, luncheons, business meetings, and much more. And Cafe Agape is your destination for all of your holiday and party favorites, both main courses as well as delicious sides. Cafe Agape in Collinsville is the only place to pick up a Kahok sandwich or dog and the new Flamin' Kahok sandwich. Cafe Agape, check them out at 703 St. Louis Road. Give them a call at 345-CAFE. That's 345-2233. And don't forget to tell them Stewie sent you. In times of financial uncertainty, how can you stay on track? Call on someone who's invested in your success. In Collinsville, that person is Jason Regg, your Collinsville Edward Jones financial advisor. Jason Regg will work to build a complete picture of your financial life, including your unique goals and passions. Jason Regg of your Collinsville Edward Jones office plays a big part in the community and the Collinsville Unit 10 School District with his Kahok Educator of the Month award. To take care of the things along the path of you and your family's financial journey, call Jason Regg at the Collinsville Edward Jones office at 618-344-0252. Edward Jones, member SIPC. The reviews are in. Old Herald Brewery and Distillery in Collinsville is a hit in the Metro East. Folks both local and just visiting the area are calling Old Herald Brewery and Distillery a must-stop destination in Collinsville. Old Herald Brewery and Distillery in Collinsville is located at 115 East Clay Street in Collinsville and is home to one of the only restaurants in the state with their own brewery and distillery that produces some of the best brews and spirits in the industry. And the food? All created by an in-house chef using local ingredients that will please any palate. Old Herald Brewery and Distillery in Collinsville has daily specials for both inside diners as well as offering curbside pickup specials and family-size specials. And don't forget to take home a bottle or a growler of beers brewed on site at Old Herald Brewery and Distillery. Old Herald Brewery and Distillery in Collinsville. Check their Facebook page for daily specials, online ordering at oldheraldbrewery.com, or give them a call at 855-8027. The Times-Tribune, Madison County's longest-running leading independent newspaper. The Times-Tribune covers Troy, Collinsville, Maryville, and all the villages and communities of Madison County. From area city halls to sports, including the Collinsville Kahawks and Unit 10 District News. The Times-Tribune covers that and more. The Times-Tribune is a weekly hometown newspaper published every Thursday, and a one-year subscription is only $40 for the printed and online editions. For more information, call the Times-Tribune at 618-667-3111, online at timestribunenews.com, or follow them on Facebook at Times-Tribune.
And once again, welcome back to Belleville East High School. Play-in game going on here between Collinsville and Father McGivney. Winner of this game will take on the number 2 seeded Belleville East Lancers here tomorrow night at 5:30, and then Edwardsville will take on Belleville West tomorrow at 6:30. Here are your starters for Father McGivney. They will send on the floor Devon Silhavy, Noah Garner, Stephen Kraus, Tanner Garner, Owen Terrell, and Tyler Webb. On the floor for Collinsville, you will find Joey Rauch. He'll be your libero. And surrounding him will be Carter Hollis, Adam Reiniger, Elijah Davidson, Tyrone Ely, Joshua Sigorski, and John Carl. Collinsville on the far side of the floor here today. Sorry about that. When I got here, neither team was here. They didn't show up till about, I was here after about a half an hour. I had no idea where anyone was going to sit, so I just set up over here and took my chances, and I'm actually on the wrong side of things, but that's okay. You guys get to look at the faces of your team instead of the backs of your team. So there you go. Here is Devon Silhavy. He will serve up. We are underway, and that one goes out of bounds, and Collinsville has jumped out to the early 1-0 lead, and will get their first chance to serve. Back to serve it up for Collinsville. Here is Luke Geisen, the junior, sends it on over and popped up into the backcourt by Father McGivney. Now let's set it up, but they'll have to get it over. Here is Owen Terrell. He does, picked up by Geisen. Reiniger setting it up over here for Zagorski, and a big kill shot there for the Collinsville senior. So the Kahawks up to a 2-0 lead here. Another serve picked up, and that's moved up front. And now it's a net violation. I thought that was going to be really close to the net. And Collinsville is out now to a 3-0 lead. So Geisen back to serve it up one more time here for Collinsville. Over, and it's picked up by Webb, and then shoved over to the far side. Here's Gardner. He'll have to get it over. He does. Geisen, he hit it too far, and Reiniger couldn't set it up. Ely tries to block, goes through his hand. Nice job by Davidson. Now Reiniger sets it up for another kill shot from Zagorski, and that's saved back in the back. Nice dig there by Garner, and Collinsville has to set it up once again. Reiniger behind him for Davidson. Davidson with a kill shot. That's saved by Shilhavy. And over onto this side, just a little one-hand touch over. Geisen up front to Reiniger. Reiniger for Zagorski again, blocked out front by the 8-9 tandem. That is Garner and Kraus for Father McGivney. And we've got ourselves a nice volley going on here. Here is Father McGivney's chance, and a block by Zagorski. And Zagorski will turn that block into another point, and Collinsville is out to a 4-0 lead. Geisen once again, ready to serve it up here for Collinsville. He does so. Once again, picked up by Webb and moved back to Webb. Blocked out front, and they keep it alive, do the Griffins. On the far side for Garner. Garner just touches it over. Collinsville to set it up. Here is Rauch. Got it a little bit too far. Collinsville saves it again, but Geisen couldn't make the acrobatic jump from being on the ground to his feet to save that one in time, and Father McGivney will pick up their first point, 4-1. Collinsville with the lead. Here is Tyler Webb to serve it up. That's going to be too far out of bounds. So 2 serves by Father McGivney has resulted in 2 extra long serves, and Collinsville picks up 2 easy points there. And the other 3 they have definitely earned. Here is Ely back to serve it up now for the Kahawks. Tyrone Ely wears number 10. And pops one over on a lob-style shot. Father McGivney handles it, and here is Terrell sending it over. Geisen picks it up. Reiniger sets it up for Zagorski, and now we're going to have a net violation. So another point belongs to Father McGivney. And Collinsville looking like they were going to have a chance to add on another point there. Served by the Griffins. And here is the serve by Noah Garner, almost into the net. Collinsville gets it over. Garner picks it up in the back. Set up over on the far side for the other Garner. That's Tanner, and that one's out of bounds too. So Collinsville picking up some points here on volleyballs that are being hit too hard. 6-2 in favor of the Kahawks. Back to serve now is Elijah Davidson, the junior for Collinsville. Sends it over. Picked up into the back by Webb. And a setup coming in the middle, just barely touching it over, but that's out of bounds as well. Owen Terrell mishit that ball. Went off of his fingertips and had the spin on it, but it went too far to the side, and Collinsville gets another point on an out-of-bounds ball. Here's Davidson. Sends it over too long. So you give one and you take one away. 7-3, Collinsville still with a 4-point lead. Drew Vilhard back to serve now for Father McGivney. Sends it across. Rauch stuffs it up front. Davidson sets it up over this side for Reiniger. Nice dig back in the back there by Father McGivney. Hits the net. Those are always tough to deal with, and yeah, turns into a net violation. And Collinsville picks up another point. So the Kahawks have a 5-point lead. And here is Joshua Zagorski back to serve for Collinsville. I don't know what happened there. I think the referee on the far side blew the whistle before Zagorski was ready to strike that one. Now he barely gets it over, and a nice save there by the Griffins, and they'll have to get it over on this shot. They do, and that's out of bounds as well. So 9-3, timeout taken by Father McGivney. We'll take a timeout as well, and we are back in just a moment here on the Kahok Sports Network.
Looking to buy a new home or sell your current home? Trust the Blaylock Group of eXp Realty with all of your real estate needs. The real estate market is hot right now, and you can trust the years of experience the Blaylock Group brings to the table. The Blaylock Group can help you find your dream home, or they can help you get top dollar for your current home. Give Peyton or Emily Blaylock a call today at the Blaylock Group of eXp Realty, 618-780-4622. That's 618-780-4622. The Blaylock Group of eXp Realty.
Drink it in. Powerful, vibrant, nutrient-rich fuel for healthy, active, experience-rich lives. So you can be your best self, live your best life, and rule the day.
These 1-minute timeouts are definitely not 1 minute. Collinsville scores a point while we were away, and they just give it back with a serve into the net. So that's what you've missed. Carter Hollis with a kill. And then a net serve by Collinsville. It's 10-4. And a serve by the Griffins is over. Davidson sets it up behind him for Reiniger. Reiniger just a little bit too far. Just got a little bit too far under that one. And Father McGivney has sliced the lead in half. It's 10-5. Collinsville with the 5-point lead. Kahawks and these Griffins played 4 sets against each other during the regular season, and Father McGivney took all 4. So Collinsville looking for a big momentum win here if they can pull this first one out, but we still have a ways to go. Here's Davidson setting it up, and a save in the back. Nicely done there by Tanner Garner. And now over to the far side. Webb gets it over. Picked up into the back, but Collinsville sends it over on one shot. Now they'll set it up. Davidson for Reiniger. Reiniger touches it, and it's in. Nice little feather touch over there on that far sideline, and it just stayed in on that blue line over there. 11-5, Collinsville in the lead. And Joey Rock, the libero, going back to serve. Father McGivney does not have a libero. Collinsville counters that with junior Joey Rock. Now we're ready to go. Rouk serves a high pop fly and set up on the behind, but into the net off of the hands of Owen Terrell. And Collinsville picks up yet another point, 12-5. Winner again moves on to tomorrow night's action against Belleville East. That's a 5:30 game. As Rouk serves it up again. It's picked up and set up front, back to where it came from to Tyler Webb, and Collinsville saves it, pushed over. And now Father McGivney setting it up, and a block by Ely. That lands in for a point. Ely gets his first block, and Collinsville picks up point number 13. 13-5, and Joey Rock still continuing to serve. He does so. Big pop fly in the backcourt. Picked up, shoved up front, and Silhavy over onto the far side, partially blocked again, and kept alive. Collinsville sends it over, and it's in on the near side corner. And Collinsville living large here right now. 14-5 in favor of the Kahawks. This is the third year of Griffin volleyball. Remember, everybody lost 2020, so they should be into their fourth year, but they're only into their third. And that one's going to be out as well. Clay Smith over there with the save. 15-5 in favor of Collinsville. So Paul Veith took over after the canceled pandemic season of 2020. As Rock is ready to serve up another one. Picked up, moved up front. Now they're trying to set it up, are the Griffins. They shove it over, and a little late reaction there by the Kahawks will cost them a point, and it's 15-6 in favor of Collinsville. Veith took over after that canceled season. First year for boys volleyball was in 2019. That was under Amanda Perry. They went 4-8 that year. They went 2-8 last season. That one's too short of a serve. So we've gone from too long to too short, and Collinsville is piling up some Griffin errors on the scoreboard. 16-6. Adam Reiniger back to serve it up for Collinsville. He does so. A little sinking line drive shot. That one's going to get over, and into the back it goes, and that was barely out. Barely on John Carl. Almost snuck into the corner here. That's the near side corner right there on the left of your screen. 16-7, Collinsville with the lead. Back to serve. Here is Devon Silhavy. Silhavy sends it over. Sinker. Saved by Collinsville. Davidson. And Carl sends it over, and he had to on the third shot. Now a setup here for Garner. And a one-arm slingshot over. Here is Reiniger setting it up for Ely. Ely tries to dunk it like a basketball. That one goes out of bounds. And one of the players for Father McGivney, Tyler Webb, went under the net to try to get that ball before it hit out of bounds, but I don't think he would have been allowed to do that had he actually got to the ball. So the Kahawks up by 10 now, 17-7. Luke Dyson back to serve it up again for Collinsville. Here is that serve in the middle, picked up. That one's going to be right close to the net, and a net violation it's going to be. Boy, those are close. Collinsville. Father McGivney going to take another timeout, so we'll step aside as well, and we'll be back here in just a moment on the Kahok Sports Network.
Ogle Auctions in Collinsville, your place for online auctioning. Go to ogleauctions.com to check out the week's items up for auction. Ogle Auctions deals in everyday items like board games, t-shirts, clocks, antique items, and more. To collectible items, anyone in the market for, say, a trolley? Or maybe you're into more treasure troves, like vinyl albums, cars, or motorcycles. And Ogle Auctions is always on the lookout for more auctionable items. Ogle Auctions of Collinsville. Auctions every Sunday at 7 p.m. Check them out at www.ogleauctions.com or call Kim or Mike Ogle at 618-218-2117.
Back here at Belleville East High School, I am Todd Duke. Glad that you're with us here on the Kahawk Sports Network. Collinsville hanging tough, man. 18-7, the Kahawks lead. And we are in set number 1. And the Kahawks trying to win their first ever set in their first ever postseason match. Here's the serve by Geisen, right down the middle. Picked up there by Webb, set up by Silhavy. And back to Webb it goes. Collinsville got a react from Geisen, but the line drive shot went right off his hands and straight out of bounds, so point belongs to Father McGivney as they try to claw back into this one. Collinsville still with a 10-point lead. Here is Tyler Webb, the senior, for Father McGivney. Sends it over, picked up by Geisen. Set up by Reiniger for Ely. Ely off some hands up front. 1 hit, 2 hit, 3 hit. Got to get it over. It's not going to. Collinsville picks up point number 19. 19-8. Carter Hollis checks back into the game. Rout goes to the bench. Ely back to serve it up for the Kahawks. Ely serve in the back line. Picked up there by Terrell. And a miss hit by Silhavy will give Collinsville that all-important 20th point. And the Kahawks 5 points away from picking up a first postseason victory in their existence. Here is Ely once again. He'll serve. This one's picked up into the back by Webb. Shoved up by Silhavy, and a setup into the back line. Here is Reiniger. Reiniger to Zagorski, and that one off a set of arms and straight over. That's how much force that one had with it. Reiniger sets it up again. This one's blocked out, and the block ends up going out of bounds. Collinsville picks up the point, and the Kahawks lead 21-8. Ely serves another one. Once again picked up by Webb. Set up by Silhavy. Behind him for Garner. Garner gets it over. Ely saves it. Here is Reiniger. Sets it up for Davidson. Davidson with a two-hand touch pass onto the other side. And now a return. Two-hand touch pass by Tanner Garner. And I think that caught our blockers off guard and it just hit them and rolled right down their bodies. 21-9. Collinsville with the lead. Here is a serve by Noah Garner. And Geisen tried to dig it, couldn't do it. Point belongs to the Griffins. 21-10. Kahawks still up by 11. They only need 4 more points to secure this first victory. Here is Noah Garner's serve. Picked up by Zagorski. Moved up by Reiniger. Back to Zagorski. Off some hands up front. Out of bounds. That point belongs to Collinsville. And the Kahawks now just 3 points away from picking up their first ever postseason win. Davidson back to serve. He does, and into the top of the net it goes. And Father McGivney collects a free point. And here is Drew Villard, the sophomore for the Griffins, back to serve. He does so, picked up by Zagorski. Davidson sets it up over here on the near side for Reiniger. He gets it across, and now a set up by Father McGivney over onto the far side for Garner, and then picked up by Geisen. For Davidson, sets it up for Zagorski. A little one-hand touch, and we have a net violation by Father McGivney. And their head coach didn't like it very much. He kind of questions the call of the official over on the far side who made the call. Coach Paul Veith didn't like it. Collinsville up 23-11. Speaking of 11, here is number 11, Joshua Zagorski, back to serve. He does so. Webb picks it up, moved over to the far side, and a save by Zagorski on that blistering shot. Collinsville gets it over, and a dig there by Father McGivney, and a block, and it ends up on the wrong side of the net. And Father McGivney picks up a point. 23-12, Collinsville with the lead. There is Tanner Garner to serve it up for the Griffins, picked up by O'Rourke. Davidson sets it up behind him for Reiniger, and then him and Zagorski run into each other. And then a block all the way back out, and it's too far. And Collinsville 1 point away from this first set victory. They're trying to remember who's going to serve here. So Ely's going to come back in, and Hollis is going to go out. Rauch back to serve. Collinsville up 24-12. They need 1 point to secure this first set victory. Here's the serve by Rauch. It's a lob shot. Picked up by Father McGivney and just shoved over. Collinsville a little late to react. Reiniger gets it, and Davidson sends it over. What a nice save that is by Collinsville. Back to the far side, and out of bounds it goes. And Collinsville picks up that first set win, their first ever playoff win. 25-12 is the score in set number 1. And we have set number 2 due to come your way here in just a couple of minutes after a timeout here on the Kahok Sports Network.
Looking for a little bite to eat in a nice, friendly establishment before heading out to a game? Look no further than LC's Pub in Caseyville. Just blocks from Collinsville High School, LC's Pub is the pub of choice for Kahawk fans, before, after, or even during Kahawk games. LC's Pub features a wide variety of traditional bar food like burgers and fries, chicken wings and chicken strips, appetizers like pepper jack mac and cheese bites, fried pickles, and green beans. Plus they have salads, fish, shrimp, and more. LC's Pub also features an outdoor patio, a gaming room, weekly poker tournaments, and a pool table, plus enough TVs for all the sports fans. And LC's Pub shows Kahawk games live, as well as Blues and Cardinals games. LC's Pub, 605 North Main Street in Caseyville, right across the intersection from All Pro Tees. Call for carry-out orders at 618-855-9007 and on Facebook at LC's Pub. LC's Pub, Kahawk fans' pub of choice. The people of Illinois welcome you. The folks in Collinsville, Illinois, well, they want you to stick around for a while and enjoy the sights, the fun, the food, and of course, the Collinsville Kahawks. The city of Collinsville is a proud supporter of the Collinsville Unit 10 School District. So welcome to Collinsville. Come on over, catch a Kahawks game, or enjoy some of the new places to eat, shop, and have fun. There's plenty to do for the young and the young at heart. Enjoy Christmas at the Collins House during the holidays, tunes at Bloom in the warm summer months, and more. There's plenty to do in Collinsville, so come on over for a bit. The folks in Collinsville would love to see you. For more information, go to www.collinsville.org. Got vinyl? Rich's Record Emporium on Main Street in Collinsville can take care of all of your vinyl needs and more. You can peruse through thousands of records, from country to hard-to-find jazz. And classic rock, it's always in stock at Rich's Record Emporium. Used vinyl by the hundreds, plus new releases by new artists as well as reissues by classic artists. Don't forget to check out the audio room at Rich's Record Emporium. There, you can test out all the latest in audio gear, from top-of-the-line speakers to the latest in new turntables, plus amps, streamers, and all of the accessories like needles, belts, and more. While you're there, check out the music-related wall art, as well as t-shirts, record cleaners, and so much more. Plus, if you can't find it at Rich's, they will do their best to find it for you. Come check out Collinsville's only record store, Rich's Record Emporium, 131 West Main Street in beautiful uptown Collinsville, 618-795-1333, online, richesrecordemporium.com.
Are underway in set number 2 after Collinsville wins the first set 25-12, and they pick up the first point here in set number 2 do the Kahawks. And Collinsville will try to finish out Father McGivney in 2 straight sets after picking up that first one. Here's a serve by Reiniger, picked up in the back, and Father McGivney trying to set it up, and a shot too far off of the hands of Tyler Webb. That was a problem for Father McGivney in the first set. Sets too far, shots too far. Here is Reiniger again. Sends it across, and that one's out of bounds. Boy, that had some mustard on it, man. Reiniger's got that serve, and it sinks all the way down. 2-1 in favor of Collinsville here in set number 2. Here is Devon Silhavy back to serve. Silhavy sends it across. That's too far. Collinsville taking advantage of all kinds of unforced errors here by Father McGivney, and Kahawks probably got 6 or 7 points in that first matchup off of unforced errors. Here is Luke Geisen back to serve it up now for the Kahawks. He does on the near side. Popped up, set up, back where it came from Webb, and a block out by Ely and Zagorski. They tag teamed on that one, and that earned a point for Collinsville. And the Kahawks go up, or excuse me, I give that one the other way. I guess I didn't see that one. I didn't see it the way they did. And another point here for Father McGivney, so we have a tied set here, 3-3, set number 2. And another serve coming up for Tyler Webb. Webb sends it across on a line drive. Rauch picks it up, and Reiniger sets it up all the way to the cross to the other side for Davidson. Saved into the back, and a setup over there for Garner. Blocked out by Collinsville, and that is tipped out on the return block, and Collinsville picks up another point, and it's 4-3 in favor of the Kahawks as junior Tyrone Ely goes back to serve it up here for Collinsville. Ely sends it over, picked up into the back by Terrell, and there you go, a little dunk shot by Carter Hollis. And Collinsville picks up another point, 5-2. Kahawks up by 2. Another serve by Ely. It's on the way. And it's picked up on the far side, set up back to the far side once again for Garner. And this time it's tipped out of bounds by Collinsville. And it's a 1-point contest. So Griffins to serve, and here it comes from Noah Garner. Picked up by Zagorski. Reiniger sets it up back for Zagorski. Off some hands up front. Saved on the back line. Nicely done there by Father McGivney. They get it over. Collinsville gets a partial block. Hit it to the back of the court. One more time. Got to get it over. Reiniger does. Picked up into the backcourt by Garner. And shoved up, but that's a little bit too far. And that was real close to the net. Collinsville went for the block, while Father McGivney went for the point. And the point belongs to the Griffins, or excuse me, to the Kahawks. And it's 6-4 in favor of Collinsville. Here is Davidson with another serve. And it's picked up back in the back by Garner and then shoved across, blocked by Collinsville and sent right back over. Garner again shoves it over. Davidson saves it for the Kahawks. Over to Reiniger from Geisen. Back into the back line, picked up by Garner. Over to the far side now for Tanner Gardner. That one's popped into the Kahawk bench. Nothing Collinsville could do about it. And it's 6-5. Collinsville up by 1. Here is Tanner Gardner back to serve. Oh, excuse me. That is Drew Vilhard Collinsville picks it up. Davidson sets it up behind him for Zagorski. He'll just tap it over. Picked up into the back line, and the Griffins try to set it up. Garner gets it across. Geisen, he takes the first one. Davidson the second one. And then Hollis gets it over. And now return volley. It's up in the air, and nicely done there by Collinsville. Oh, into the net for Zagorski. Oh. 6-6. Zagorski had himself in proper position, just mishit it. Another serve from Drew Vilhard coming up here. Vilhard sends it into the back line. Rauch picks it up. Davidson over onto the far side. Leaves it for Carl. He sends a screamer over there. Excuse me, that was Zagorski. And then that one is out of bounds, but off of a Collinsville hand. So Father McGivney has their first lead of this match. Vilhard, another serve for the Griffins. Picked up by Rauch. Davidson sets it up over here for Reiniger, and we have a ball that was carried or palmed. That's the call. And Father McGivney now out to a 2-point lead. Once again, Vilhard with a serve here for the Griffins. Picked up. Zagorski, Davidson sets it up for Reiniger. Reiniger across the way. There you go. That had so much juice on it that Collinsville had a hard time, or excuse me, the Griffins had a hard time even picking that ball up. 8-7. Father McGivney with the lead. Here is Zagorski back to serve. Joshua hits it into the middle. Goes the wrong way. Saved there, though, by the Griffins. They'll send it over. Zagorski to Davidson. Davidson sets it up behind him for Reiniger off of a block and out of bounds. Point belongs to Collinsville. We're tied. 8-8. Collinsville won the first set 25-12. Looking to complete a 2-set victory here in their first postseason match ever. Griffins trying to prevent that from happening. Collinsville gets the ball over, shoved, and then Collinsville goes back to set it up. Here is Reiniger, and it's in on the back line. And Collinsville regains the lead 9-8. That ball almost rode all the way back into the lobby concession area. Zagorski, another serve for him. Lob shot picked up into the back by Garner, shoved over to the side, and a block by Collinsville. Kahok save it, but it has to go over the net, not under the net. That's what happened when John Carl went down to dig that ball and went under the net instead of over. 9-9 our score. Griffin serve it up again. Picked up into the back by Rauch. And no communication there that time, and Collinsville fell asleep. That cost them a point, 10-9 in favor of the Griffins. Tanner Garner back to serve it up now for Father McGivney. Sends it into the middle. Rauch picks it up. Davidson going to set it up. Does so over here on the near side for Carl, and that ball's across. Now a set up over on the far side for Silhavy, and then off of Rauch's hands and backwards it went. Father McGivney back out to a 2-point lead. They've had a 2-point lead twice. Garner serves. Rauch hits it the wrong way. 3-point lead now for the Griffins, their biggest lead of the night. Timeout called by the Kahawks. We will step aside as well, and we'll be back here in just a moment on the Kahawk Sports Network. Calling all sports fans. Looking for a great place to watch the game with your crew? Look no further than the Lucky Fox Sports Bar in Caseyville. The Lucky Fox shows Collinsville Kahawk sports on the big screen, plus UFC fights, boxing, Cardinals and Blues, and all of the NFL games with the NFL ticket and enough TVs that you'll be sure to find the game you want. And the food? How about Taco Tuesdays, Wing Wednesdays, plus burgers, sandwiches, pizza, steak, and more, including great drink specials and the coldest brew in town. And don't forget to try your luck at the Lucky Fox Gaming Room. Dine in and catch a game, or order carryout with the Lucky Fox. The Lucky Fox Sports Bar, 1101 Caseyville Road, right across the street from Kahawk Stadium. Open daily at 11 a.m. Check out the Lucky Fox Facebook page for daily specials. The Lucky Fox, 618-855-9500. 3-point lead for Father McGivney here in set number 2 after Collinsville wins set number 1, 12-9. Rauch picks it up in the backcourt. Davidson sets it up right in the middle, and it's sent across by Collinsville. Now over onto the far side. Silhavy sends it. Davidson, and then a block that goes down the wrong way, and Collinsville gets one of those right back. 12-10. Joey Rauch back to serve it up for Collinsville. Rauch barely tips over that net. Those are always tough. Behind him and sent over by Silhavy. Now Davidson sets it up over here for Rauch. He gets it over, but it's going to be out of bounds as he and Carl ran into each other over there on that near side sideline. So back to a 3-point lead for Father McGivney. And here is Owen Terrell, who's going to go back to serve. Terrell sends it, and sent right back over on the first shot by Collinsville. So Father McGivney trying to set it up. Now they have to just send it over. So Collinsville will try to set it up. Davidson behind him to Reiniger. Reiniger down, and that one's in. And they're going to change their mind. They're going to call a net violation against the Kahawks and give that point to Father McGivney. Referee over on the far side next to the scorer's table put up his hand and waved it off. Another serve coming up here for Terrell. Picked up by Collinsville. Davidson sets it up for Ely, and that's blocked up front by Noah Gardner. And it's a 5-point advantage now for Father McGivney, 15-10. There is Owen Terrell. Terrell sends it over into the back of the line, and Davidson keeps it alive. And Collinsville sends it over on a hit by Zagorski. And now Father McGivney saved by Zagorski. Davidson sets it up over here for Carl. Carl sends it across. Moved up front. Vilhard sets it up, and Ely blocks it down. And Collinsville with a much-needed point there, 15-11. In favor of Father McGivney, here is Adam Reiniger back to serve. He does so. Got that low sinking ball. Picked up by Father McGivney. They'll send it over on the last shot by Webb. Collinsville sets it up. Here is Rauch for Davidson. Davidson too far. (16-11). Griffins have the lead, and the serve here is Devon Silhavy. Silhavy sends it across. Zagorski picks it up. Reiniger sets it up over here for Davidson. Oh, what a shot there. Wow. Davidson with a killer shot. That Tanner Garner, man, he almost probably wanted to jump out of the way of that ball. That ball had some steam on it, man. 16-12. Collinsville back to within 4. Here is Luke Geisen back to serve. Geisen sends it across. Picked up, and that's going to be shoved up front, but Ely didn't act fast enough. That ball was already down by the time he made the initial jump, and nothing he can do about it after that. 5-point lead back intact now for Father McGivney. Here is Tyler Webb with the serve. Webb screams one across. Rauch barely got the save on that one, and now Geisen has to get it over. He does. Moved up front, and a send over picked up by Rauch. That one goes all the way over the net, and now a setup over there for Garner, and Garner finds the back of the court wide open and exploits it for a 6-point lead, 18-12. So the Kahawks have a little bit of a hill to climb here if they wanted to complete this two-set sweep. Either that or we're going to go to a third and deciding final set. Here is Tyler Webb. Zagorski picks it up. Set up by Reiniger, back to Zagorski. That's blocked out. Zagorski saves it. Sent over to the other side for Davidson. Off of a body, and back over it goes. Now Reiniger just shoves it over into the near side corner, but that's picked up. And then Garner sends it across. Saved. Geisen, and Reiniger has to get it over. Does so. Picked up into the backcourt by Terrell. And moved up front, and a block. And a point by Joshua Zagorski. And Collinsville gets point number 13. They're back to within 5. Hollis comes back in. Rauch goes out. Ely's going to go back to serve. Ely Sends over a liner across the net, and over onto the far side, Garner sends it across. Picked up by Ely for Collinsville, and set up Reiniger to Zagorski. Blocked, and out of bounds it goes. Off of the hands of Stephen Kraus. And Collinsville back to within 4. Ely, one more serve coming his way. He gets it over. Griffins set it up over here on the near side by Garner. Collinsville picks it up. Reiniger pops it up. Davidson sets it up for Zagorski. Down it goes. And the Kahawks with a couple of key points here late. And Collinsville has gotten this thing back to within 3. All while Tyrone Ely is serving. Ely sends it across. And that one's off of the hands of Tyler Webb and out of bounds. Kahawks got this thing back to within 2. Timeout called by Father McGivney. Will step aside as well. We are back here in just a moment on the Kahawk Sports Network.
I couldn't ask for a better agent, for a better company in a disaster where you have no idea where to start.
I learned that there's not a given in life. It takes a team. There's people that are going to watch out for us and that care.
It's been pretty stressful. Once we saw Lori and got our plan, it's
like a huge weight lifted.
In Collinsville, call Scott Allen at 618-346-1500. Back here at Belleville East High School, we are in postseason action. Collinsville Kahawk baseball team just wrapped up their regular season today. A senior day loss to Marion High School by a score of 7-3. Next action for Collinsville will be Wednesday at O'Fallon. They will take on Belleville East in the first round of the regionals out there tomorrow. Softball gets underway. We'll let you know our schedule when we know it. That one's blocked and it goes out of bounds, so Collinsville gives up the point. And that's point number 19 now for Father McGivney. It is a 3-point lead for the Griffins. Back to serve. Here is Noah Gardner, picked up by Collinsville. Reiniger sets it back up, little shove across, and that one is out of bounds. Barely out of bounds, right by the referee's ladder. Collinsville gets a much-needed point and climb back to within 2. Here is Elijah Davidson. Davidson back to serve for Collinsville. And that one's out of bounds. Had the right distance, but on the wrong side of the sideline. And Father McGivney gets that all-important point number 20 the easy way. Here is Drew Vilhard. He serves. Picked up by Rauch. Hollis gets it over to Zagorski. He just pops it over a little two-hand touch. Over onto the far side, that is Garner. He'll get it over. Geisen to Davidson. Davidson to Zagorski. Off some hands and out of bounds it goes. And Collinsville gets point number 18, 20-18. 2-point contest here. Back to serve, Joshua Zagorski. Zagorski sends it over. Up front it goes and set up by Father McGivney. That is, oh boy, that was close to being out of bounds. That was real close. Father McGivney, point number 21. They're up by 3, 4 points away from forcing everyone to a third and tie-breaking final set. Tanner Garner to serve now for the Griffins. He does so. Zagorski gets it. Davidson sets it up. Back for Zagorski. Off hands. Down it goes. And Collinsville again gets a point right back. 21-19. Rauch back to serve for Collinsville. Joey pops one up. Sends right into the middle. Set up by Vilhard and blocked out by Collinsville. Ely got another hand on it when it came back to him, but wrong side of the net and no help coming. 22-19. As the Griffins serve, Collinsville, Davidson. In the middle it goes and into the backcourt it goes. Terrell Gets it up so close that it got sent over on the next shot. Davidson back behind him for Reiniger. Reiniger has that shot blocked but keeps it alive when it came back. And now Ely sends it across. Set up time now for the Griffins. They do so with a little touch. And now Reiniger over here for Carl. Off a block. Ely saves it. Collinsville sends it back over. And now another setup here for, oh, that's off of the post. That is out of bounds. Off of the hands of Silhavy as he tried to send it over. Collinsville, once again, back to within 2, 22-20. Reiniger back to serve now for Collinsville. He sends it into the net. Father McGivney, 2 points away from tying this match up at 1 set apiece. Devon Silhavy to serve. Over to Rauch. Almost gave up on that one. And Davidson, nice job keeping it alive. Ely gets the ball in. What a heads-up play there by Tyrone Ely. He saw that back line wide open. And that's where he went with it, 23-21. Collinsville still has a lot of work to do here. Trail by 2, but 2 points is all Father McGivney needs to wrap up this first set win. Geisen sends the ball across. Picked up by Father McGivney. Over to the out-of-bounds line, and they just barely keep it alive. Here is Zagorski with a kill shot. Didn't quite find the opening he wanted. That one's out. Collinsville back to within 1. 23-22. Geisen ready for another serve. Here it comes. It's across. And a setup over on the far side and off of some hands. Nice job by Geisen to save that one. And to Zagorski. He'll just touch it over. And another setup here coming for Webb. Webb! Couldn't get it all the way. Collinsville ties this 23-23. Luke Geisen back to serve up another one. And that one's into the net. So McGivney just needs the 1 point. Remember, you have to win by 2. Here's the serve by Tyler Webb, and it's popped up into the air by Zagorski. Reiniger sets it back up for Zagorski. Down the line it goes, and then a shot down. Oh, nice save. That one's in. Oh, what a shot by Reiniger. Everybody was scrambling over here on the near side. Far side was wide open. And Reiniger knew that and sent it right down to where he needed to, 24-24. Have to win by 2, so now we're looking at the first one to 26. Here is Ely back to serve. Ely gets it across. Up front, set up for Garner. Garner with a kill shot. Collinsville saves it, but it goes out of bounds. On the pop fly off the initial contact. And 25-24, McGivney back out by 1. Here is Noah Garner. He'll serve it up here for the Griffins. He does so. Zagorski picks it up. Reiniger sets it back up for Zagorski. Down it goes, out of bounds. Collinsville ties it back up. The block went out of bounds, so we're back to 25 all tie. Elijah Davidson. He's ready to serve for Collinsville. Here it is. He pops it up, sends it right into the middle. Collinsville gets that ball as it comes over. Then it's pushed. Rauch, he saves it. Davidson sets it up for Zagorski. Zagorski, go! Oh, called that one out of bounds. Wow. I had a closer look at that one. I didn't think that was out of bounds, but I'm not the referee. 26-25. McGivney back up by 1. Back to serve. Drew Villard. He sends it across, picked up by Rauch. Davidson sets it up for Reiniger over here on the near side. Into the middle it goes, popped up by Webb, and sent back over for Garner. Garner gets it across. Geisen moves it up front, and that's just too far. Tried to set it up, but it went over the net. And McGivney knocks it over for a 27-25 win for the Griffins. And we are going to a third and final tie-breaking set. And we'll be back to tell you all about that third and final set here in just a moment on the Kahok Sports Network. The Collinsville Daily News, the new online source for everything newsworthy in and around Collinsville. This news source is designed to be the heartbeat of the Collinsville community and is owned and operated by members that live in this area. The Collinsville Daily News generates their revenue with local support from the community in which they serve and from advertising. They do not charge to read their content, so you'll never run into one of those annoying paywalls. Not only that, but the Collinsville Daily News offers free classified advertising. You have items you want to buy, sell, or trade? It's free to post. Wedding or engagements announcements, as well as obituaries, all free at collinsvilledailynews.com. Plus, they have the content that matters most. Collinsville news you need to know, coverage of Kahok sports, and a keen eye on city news. The Collinsville Daily News also has an event tab that allows you to find out what is going on in and around the region for you and your family, the heartbeat of the community. Helping readers make sense of an increasingly chaotic world. Check them out at collinsvilledailynews.com, on social media sites Facebook and Instagram. The heartbeat of this community is the Collinsville Daily News.
First National Bank of Waterloo, with over 100 years serving the Metro East. Visit First National Bank of Waterloo at their Maryville and Collinsville locations for all of your banking, mortgage, and lending needs. Why? Super low closing costs, low construction loan rates, and they do so much to support our local communities. When you need a loan, call the Collinsville team at First National Bank of Waterloo at 618-345-1121 or visit their Maryville and Collinsville locations or online at fnbwaterloo.bank. First National Bank of Waterloo, member FDIC, equal housing lender. Keep your ride shiny and clean with Extreme Details Vehicle Detailing in Collinsville. Extreme Detail is owned and operated by former Kahok Jay Merkel. Jay and his crew at Extreme Details believe in the value of community and in helping their community hold the value of their vehicles with a sharp-looking, clean ride that you and your community can be proud of. Extreme Details can handle any job, whether you drive a small car, an SUV, or even a bus or an RV. No job is too big or too small at Extreme Details. Extreme Details offers scratch and oxidation removal, and they vacuum every vehicle regardless of what package you choose. Cars, trucks, motorcycles, boats, and more. Plus, Extreme Details can handle fleet vehicles for your company. Call Jay and the gang at Extreme Details at 977-1224 or visit Extreme Details at 936 St. Louis Road in Collinsville. Check for periodic specials on the Extreme Details Facebook page. Put the shine in your ride with Extreme Details.
We are ready to go for set number 3, tie-breaking set here in this regional play-in game. Collinsville, they serve first. Reiniger gets it over to Ely. Ely back into the near side corner, and Collinsville goes out to the 1-0 lead. Hawks won the first set, 25-12. Father McGivney wins the second set, 27-25, and a barn burner of a set. Reiniger back to serve it up once again. He does so. This one's into the back. Moved up front by the Griffins. They'll have to shove it over. Collinsville almost. No, that's a double hit. I was going to say, I think that was a hit off of the arm and then the foot. Whoops, excuse me, wrong one. 1-1. Back to serve it up now for Father McGivney. Here is Devon Silhavy. He sends it across. Rauch digs it out of there. Reiniger sets it up for Ely. Ely on the near side. Make that the far side, but just barely in. And Collinsville goes out front by 2-1. This is a playoff matchup, so we will play to 25. The traditional setup here. And here is Luke Geisen with a serve. Picked up into the back by Tyler Webb. It stays into the back. And then moved up front. Silhavy has to get it over, but Collinsville commits a violation of some sort. And we're tied at 2. Oh, no. Oh, hey, they changed their minds and give it the point to Collinsville. I was going to say, Collinsville didn't have the ball. There's no way they could have hit it twice. The ball wasn't even on their side of the net yet. Geisen sends it over. Moved up front. Little one-hand touches going on there, and Ely is the last one. And Collinsville out front now by 3, 4-1. Here is Geisen back to serve it up again for the Kahawks. Into the net. Softball begins their playoffs tomorrow at Edwardsville against Alton. Collinsville starts their playoffs, supposed to be on Wednesday. Got a lot of rain moving in Tuesday night into Wednesday, so we'll see if that gets moved around. Here's a block that goes out of bounds. Collinsville will pick up a point. Baseball Kahawks taking on Belleville East at the O'Fallon Regionals. Softball Kahawks taking on Alton at the Edwardsville Regionals. Here is sophomore Carter Hollis back to serve it up for Collinsville. Kahawks are up 5-2. Moved up front, and a setup coming for McGivney, and that one's saved. And that one goes into the rafters and hits the air conditioning and cooling system here. And that one went straight up into the air off of the hands of Geisen after the initial send-over. 5-3. And what are they looking at over here? Well, they're going to give that point. Well, they're going to take that point away and give it to no one. They're going to do a reset is what they're going to do. So we'll just forget that even happened. 5-2, Collinsville with the lead and the serve. Here is Hollis. He'll send it over. McGivney sets it up behind. Blocked up front and saved somehow or another by Father McGivney. Now Reiniger sets it up but pushes it over the head of Zagorski. And there was nothing that he could do about that. Father McGivney does indeed get that point and makes it 5-3. Here is Noah Garner back to serve it up now for the Griffins. Sends it across. Rauch picks it up. Ely to Geisen, who had to get it over. And now, dangerously close to the net, Collinsville just sends it across. And that one is off of a block and out of bounds. That one I didn't even know was going to make it over the net, but it did. 5-4, Collinsville up by 1. Here is Noah Garner. Back to serve up another one here for the Griffins. Garner sends it across the net, picked up by Zagorski. Reiniger sets it back up for Zagorski. He'll just touch it over. And then a return volley back to Garner. That's blocked out. That goes under the net. And it's tied at 5. Another serve coming up here for Garner. That's Noah Garner. He gets it across. Zagorski to Reiniger to Ely off of a block, and down it goes. And Collinsville back out front by 1. Elijah Davison back to serve it up here for the Kahawks. Across it goes. Garner picks it up and gets it right back, has to shove it over. No room to really do a proper setup. Davidson does set it up for Zagorski, and that's too far. And once again, we are tied 6-6. Zagorski need a little bit more downward angle on that ball. Here is Drew Villard. He'll send it across. Picked up by Zagorski. Davidson sets it up over here on the near side for Reiniger, and that's blocked out of bounds off of the hands of Silhavy, and Collinsville jumps back out front by 1. 7-6 in favor of the Kahawks. We are tied 1 set each. This is the tiebreaker. Winner will move on to play here tomorrow night against the host, Belleville East Lancers. Zagorski sends the ball into the net. Now, Tanner Garner will go back to serve it up for Father McGivney. We're tied at 7. Across it goes. Picked up by Zagorski. Davidson sets it up for Geisen. Geisen gets it across and moved up into the front. And a little shove over by Father McGivney goes the wrong way. Saved by Zagorski. Davidson gets it over and saves his bacon. And then over on the far side, Garner hits it too far. Would have went out of bounds, but Joey Rauch jumped up and got a hand on it. That was heading straight out of bounds, kids. 8-7, Father McGivney with the lead. Tanner Garner sends another one across for the Griffins. Picked up by Rauch, but once again it goes backwards. Rauch now has to get it over from all the way back there, and he does. Set up coming up here on the far side and off of a block up front. Collinsville keeps it alive over here for Geisen. Geisen, that was a nice dig in the back line there by Garner. And now another dig on the other side. Didn't materialize for Geisen. He was all the way over on the near side. And now Father McGivney up by 2, 9-7. Here is Tanner Garner. Garner sends it across. Rauch picks it up and keeps it going forward this time. Zagorski sends it up, and a setup coming here for Father McGivney over on the far side. Picked up by, Collinsville keeps it alive, and now they got to get it over, and they do. What a shot there by Joshua Zagorski from a kind of a strange angle. And Collinsville gets a much-needed point there. Back to within 1 are the Kahawks, 9-8. Rauch will go back to serve, and we will see, we're going to see Dominic Vanderite come in to serve for the first time. Vanderite, ready to go. Into the net. Didn't even make it into the net, went under the net. 10-8, back to a 2-point lead. Vanderite is back to the bench already. He's got a giggle. So does Coach Nichols. And that one goes into the net, so we'll get it right back. Back to within 1. Reiniger will try to get this ball over the net. Reiniger has that awesome wicked serve. Down it goes, and a nice save back on the back line by Garner. That one's punched back. Collinsville, Reiniger sets it up for Ely. Ely down and good. And we are tied at 10. Of course, big Blues game tonight. Boy, oh boy. That ought to be fun. Here is Reiniger again with a serve, and he serves it into the net. Bad time for these unforced errors, man. Third and final set, and you've already done that about 3 times. Can't have that. Not at all. Here is Sulhavy back to serve it up now for Father McGivney. They have a 1-point lead, do the Griffins. Send it over. Nice pickup. Reiniger sets it up over here for Zagorski. Saved into the back line. And a setup over on the far side. And blocked out and down. Nice job there, Ely. Another big block point. And Collinsville, we're tied at 11. Luke Geisen back to serve. He gets it across. Picked up into the back by Webb. Shoved over back to Webb. He'll just have to get it over now. Blocked out front. And that one's blocked. It ends up going out of bounds. Otherwise, that would have been a point for Collinsville, but it went across the blue line. Another serve by Webb coming up. Picked up by Rauch. Reiniger sets it up over here for Zagorski off of a block, and into the back it goes. No one could get there. And we have another tie, 12-12. This game has been tied about 5 times. Carter Hollis back to serve it up now for the Kahawks. Hollis gets it across. Over on the far side, set up there for Garner, and not enough on it. Collinsville out front by 1. This is going to be one of those games going to come down to the wire, isn't it? Carter Hollis back to serve it up again for Collinsville. He gets it across. Picked up low, and now they got to get it over, and they barely do. Zagorski saves it. Reiniger sets it up behind him for Ely. Ely off of a block. Spinning ball. Shoved over, and Collinsville couldn't send it across. The block was in the right spot, but Zagorski put it on the wrong side of the net. We're tied again. 13-13. Here is Noah Garner. He serves. Short. Rauch picks it up. Reiniger sets it up for Ely. Ely into the backcourt, but too far. Father McGivney up front now, 14-13. Noah Garner. Another serve for him. Slaps it across. Zagorski makes first contact, gets it right back from Reiniger. A little touch pass goes across. And now a setup for Garner. Garner gets it over there, and Geisen to Reiniger, to Zagorski. Blocked but out of bounds. That was blocked on the near side and had enough steam on it to get all the way over to the far side and go out of bounds, 14-14. Probably our 8th tie in this game. Elijah Davison back to serve for Collinsville. Davidson tips across the net. Over, and Zagorski picks it up. Davidson just sends it over instead of setting it up. And now a setup over there for Garner. And Garner, a big block out shot there by Geisen. Collinsville has to get it over. Davidson does. Nicely done. Good recovery by Collinsville. Set up front. Finger touch. Couldn't get it. No one could get a body part on it. Reiniger tried to stick that foot out there, and that didn't work out. And Father McGivney back out to a 1-point lead at 15-14. Drew Vilhard checks back into the game, and he'll go back to serve. Vilhard sends the ball across on a line drive. Rauch sends it back over. Collinsville has to adjust. Davidson over to Reiniger. Reiniger gets it across. Now the Griffins try to set it up. Blocked up front by Collinsville. Saved by Geisen. Davidson sets it up for Reiniger. Reiniger shoves it over here to this near side corner. It's picked up there by the Griffins. Garner will two-hand touch it over. Geisen with the save. Davidson sets it up for Zagorski. Zagorski finds the spot that was open, but barely getting a hand on it was Vilhard. And he did, but it went off of his hand and straight backwards out of bounds. We are tied once again, 15-15. Zagorski back to serve for Collinsville. He'll send it over. Picked up, moved up front, sent over to the far side, and that one's out of bounds. Collinsville back out front by 1. Zagorski will live to see another serve here. Kahawks have the 1-point lead. We are tied at 1 set apiece. Tie-breaking set going on as we speak. Here's a setup over on the far side, and a block out front by Collinsville sends it back over. Setup from Vilhard, and that one's in off of a nice kill by Tanner Garner. And we are back to a tied contest once again. So Tanner Garner gets the kill, and he'll go back to serve. He does so. Rauch spins off of his hands the wrong way. And then no one there in front of Owen Terrell, and Terrell just spikes it before anyone wearing the purple and the white could get there, and back to a 1-point lead now for Father McGivney. Another serve coming up for Garner. He'll send it all the way to the back line. Zagorski saves it. Reiner gets the setup and sends a rocket shot across. That one's popped over to the other side. And Geisen, Davidson sets it up for Reiniger once again. That's blocked, and Collinsville gets the point. Another tie, 17-17. Jacob Zagorski will come in to serve for the Kahawks. Jacob sends it across into the back line, shoved up front, set up coming over on the far side for Webb. Webb's ball is too hard. Collinsville gets that point and gets the lead back. 18-17. Now would be a good time to get a little cushion and stop all this back and forth tied ball game stuff, eh? Jacob Zagorski sends another one across. Picked up into the back, moved up, over onto the near side, shoved across, and we're going to have a point for Collinsville. Kahawks get 2 points. Violation for Father McGivney, and Father McGivney wants a timeout. We'll take a timeout as well, and we'll be back here in just a moment on the Kahawk Sports Network.
Code 3 Barbecue Supply, home of Code 3 Spices, is first responder owned by proud Kahawk alums. Located at 302 East Main Street, Code 3 Barbecue Supply is your home for one-of-a-kind everything barbecue headquarters, providing the best American-made barbecue grills, smokers, rubs, sauces, accessories, and cooking expertise from professional barbecue experts. Code 3 Spices provides award-winning rubs and sauces and donates 25 cents a unit sold to first responder and military organizations to aid the fallen and assist with suicide prevention and PTSD awareness. Stop on by. See the guys at Code 3 Barbecue Supply for all of your cooking and grilling needs. Code 3 Barbecue Supply, home of the Memphis in May first place world champion Patriot sauce. Learn more about their products and mission in giving back to those who serve at Code 3 Spices McGivney-May.com.
Zagorski with another serve as we're back to action. Picked up by the Griffins. They'll set it up to Webb. Webb gets it across. Zagorski for Davidson, and back over here for Geisen. Geisen sends it all the way to the back line, and the Griffins keep it alive. And now we have a point by Collinsville on a carried ball by the Griffins. And Collinsville now up by 3 at 20-17. Here is Zagorski's serve. Set up behind now for Silhavy. Saved by Davidson. Reiniger, and oh boy, that was a miscommunication there, but Collinsville keeps it alive. And a partial block will go right into the Kahok bench. And it's a 2-point contest as Father McGivney gets one of those back. 20-18. Collinsville with the lead. Here is Owen Terrell back to serve it up for the Griffins. He does so. Picked up by Geisen. Davidson. Zagorski has to get it over. He does so. Picked up over here by Vilhard. Now a set up over onto the far side for Silhavy, and Rout gets knocked down on that killer shot. And it's a 1-point game once again. Terrell, another serve. Picked up by Zagorski. Davidson sets it up for Reiniger over on the far side. Off of a block up front and out of bounds it goes. Collinsville gets a much-needed point there. It beats a tie, 21-19. Kahawks up by 2. No better person to have back to serve than Reiniger, man. He has that sinking line shot. And if he can put it in the right spot, he can pick himself up an ace. No one has an ace here tonight. Popped up by the Griffins. They'll set it up behind by Silhavy. That one's down, and that belongs to Father McGivney, 21-20. Stephen Kraus checks back into the game for the Griffins. Vilhard to the bench. Back to serve, Devin Silhavy. He does. Geisen picks it up. Set up by Reiniger to Ely. Ely, that ball's in. That ball almost hit the corner referee out there. And you know what? Their head coach, Paul Veith, was right there. He saw the whole thing happen, and he can't complain about that. That was in. 22-20. Collinsville 3 points away from moving on to regional semifinal action tomorrow, but still a long way to go here. Here is Geisen. Sends the ball across. Picked up and then moved over to the side. Here is Garner with a send over. Collinsville trying to set it up. Reiniger for Zagorski. Down it goes. And Collinsville just 2 points away from picking up their first ever postseason match win. Timeout called by Father McGivney. We'll take a timeout as well. We're back in just a moment on the Kahok Sports Network. Just because you can cut your own hair doesn't mean you should. The Shop, a great place in Collinsville for men and boys haircuts, is where you should take your hair. The Shop is owned and operated by Collinsville High School graduates Danny Kress and Jody Neiman, and is located at 103 South Seminary Street in Uptown Collinsville. The Shop isn't just another place to get a haircut, as Danny and Jody take great joy in getting to know their clients and look forward to turning those clients into friends. When you sit in a stylish chair at the Shop, Jody and Danny pride themselves on getting to know you well enough to say, the usual? So men and boys, if you're tired of the same old cookie cutter approach to haircuts, check out Danny and Jody at the Shop. You may just walk out with not only a fantastic cut, but you may also walk out with a friend or two. The Shop in Collinsville, 618-772-7175. No appointment necessary. The Shop, 103 South Seminary in Uptown Collinsville. Geisen sends the ball over, and that ball ends up going out of bounds, and Collinsville picks up the point after a miss hit by the Griffins, and the Kahawks 1 point away from picking up their first ever playoff victory. Here is Geisen. Geisen sends the ball across, picked up into the backcourt by the Griffins. They'll send it up front. Nope, they'll send it back here to the back. Block down. That's it. Collinsville wins. Oh, what a big block there by Joshua Zagorski to end the game, and Collinsville picks up their first ever postseason victory in their first ever postseason match, 25-20, the final score, and Collinsville will be back here tomorrow to take on Belleville East. Wow. That'll send us into our postgame program brought to you by Chiropractic Works in Collinsville. Owned and operated by Dr. Chris McCluskey. He and his crew are focused on helping as many people as possible live high-quality lives, all through chiropractic care and wellness. You can visit Dr. McCluskey at Chiropractic Works in Collinsville, 410 Regency Center, just off of the Beltline Road in Collinsville. Give them a call at 343-3602. Online, chiropracticworkscollinsville.com. Post-game show comes your way next on the Kahok Sports Network.
At Chiropractic Works, our mission is to help as many people live as high quality of life for as long as possible without the use of drugs and surgery. We have state-of-the-art testing available to see if we think we might be able to help you with any health issues that you're dealing with. Whether it's neck pain, back pain, headache, sinus, allergies, numbness, tingling, shoulder, elbow, wrist, hip, knee, or ankle problems, we've helped many people solve these issues without the use of drugs and surgery. If you'd like to get to the root cause of your health problems, feel free to give us a call and schedule a consultation or a new patient exam to see if we think we might be able to help you.
Having problems keeping your ride on the road? Roadman Automotive in Collinsville can help you keep your ride rolling. Roadman Automotive offers everything from diagnostic tests when that check engine light comes on to tune-ups, alignments, brake and suspension work, and more. Oil changes at Roadman Automotive start at just $35. Roadman Automotive is open from 8 a.m. to 5:30 p.m. Monday through Friday and is located at 936 St. Louis Road in Collinsville. Check out the Roadman Automotive Facebook page for daily specials. Call Roadman Automotive at 618-223-1878, online at roadmanautomotivecollinsville.com. Roadman Automotive. Keep your ride on the road with Roadman Automotive. Projects in and around your home can be daunting and overwhelming. Take the stress out of those projects and let AW Indoor and Outdoor Solutions do all the heavy lifting. Former Kahok Adam Welly can help knock those projects off your list. From framing drywall, painting, and stair work inside to deck work, hardscapes, and concrete and retaining wall construction outside your home, including power washing and brush removal. Whatever the task, AW Indoor and Outdoor Solutions can help. Call Adam Welly for a free estimate at AW Indoor and Outdoor Solutions, 314-252-8010. That's 314-252-8010.
As the Director of Sports Medicine at Next Level Performance Institute, I oversee the care of all of our athletes, many high school, collegiate, and professional. Our goal is to help athletes stay on the field and maximize their performance. We have state-of-the-art diagnostic equipment where we can actually perform testing to get to the root cause of problems that could be getting in the way of athletic performance. When it comes to taking care of athletes, we take a full-body approach. Whether it's musculoskeletal ailments, nutritional issues, organic issues such as headaches, sinuses, digestive issues, we have advanced training to where we can remedy health issues and return that athlete to play as quickly as possible. If you or your athlete are dealing with any kind of nagging sports injury and would like to see if we can possibly help, feel free to give us a call or come by the office anytime.
And we welcome you back into the Chiropractic Works post-game show here on the Kahok Sports Network. Collinsville wins this one here tonight, 2-1, 25-12. Collinsville wins the first set and 25-20 the third set. The middle set was won by Father McGivney, 27-25. And joining us now on the post-game show, Collinsville senior Joshua Zagorski. How are you, sir?
I'm good. How are you?
Fantastic, man. Congratulations on the win, dude. So
Thank you.
Tell me about it from your perspective about this game.
Well, it was a big win because it's our first conference game ever. So, and being down there and playing, we all played good. It was fun. Close match whole time.
You ain't kidding, especially that this last match. I counted 10 ties in
Yeah.
that match. So
We
tell me,
kept going
what
back and forth.
I know you guys don't have a lot of time to think out there about what's going on because you have to think about the ball coming toward you and the next play. What do you think about it when it keeps on going back and forth like that when each team keeps on tying it?
We just keep doing our job, keep doing it, and if we make a mistake, get it right back.
You had, by my unofficial stats, by the way, 3 kills and 4 blocks. Tyrone Ely had 5 blocks. You guys got a lot of points off blocks today, which you don't normally do. So explain to me the whole mindset when you're going to block.
Don't touch the net. Get out to your spot. Go up, press over. That's about it.
All right, man. You guys, for the victory, you get the dubious distinction of coming back here and taking on Belleville East.
Yeah.
I know that team had your number twice this year. What do you think you have to do to beat Belleville East tomorrow?
Play our best game. We got to play, minimize errors. Just get out there and play our best.
Thank you, sir. Go enjoy this with your boys.
Yep, thank you.
All right, Joshua Zagorski, senior outside hitter for your Collinsville Kahawks, and we will take a final break here on the Chiropractic Works post-game show. We'll wrap things up when we come back in just a moment on the Kahawk Sports Network.
At Chiropractic Works, our mission is to help as many people live as high quality of life for as long as possible without the use of drugs and surgery. We have state-of-the-art testing available to see if we think we might be able to help you with any health issues that you're dealing with. Whether it's neck pain, back pain, headache, sinus, allergies, numbness, tingling, shoulder, elbow, wrist, hip, knee, or ankle problems, we've helped many people solve these issues without the use of drugs and surgery. If you'd like to get to the root cause of your health problems, feel free to give us a call and schedule a consultation or a new patient exam to see if we think we might be able to help you.
The Junior Service Club of Collinsville has been a proud supporter of KahokSports.com and the Kahok Sports Network from day one. Since 1934, the Junior Service Club of Collinsville has been providing women in the community an opportunity to make a difference with fundraisers and projects, all that go towards helping the needy in Collinsville. If you would like any information on any event sponsored by the Collinsville Junior Service Club, head to Facebook, type in Collinsville Junior Service Club, and then click on the event tab. We thank the Collinsville Junior Service Club for their continued support of the Kahok Sports Network and KahokSports.com.
Hi, Purple and White fans. This is Dan Mode, class of 1989. I'm with New American Funding. Myself and New American Funding are proud sponsors of Kahok Athletics. As we have great coaches at CHS on all the courts, fields, and tracks, we like to coach you through the home buying process and refinance process. If there's ever anything we can do, I can be reached at 618-973-5343 or www.danmodeloans.com. Let's support our student athletes at CHS. They deserve the best. Thank you for your time, and go Kahawks.
Pace Design and Construction in Maryville. Whether building a new home, making an addition to the home you currently own, or finally getting around to that remodeling job you've been putting off, Pace Design and Construction in Maryville can help. Pace Design and Construction is a building and remodeling contractor you can trust. They provide the highest quality, they are dedicated to their customers, and are committed to completing your project on time and within budget. Pace Design and Construction in Maryville. Give them a call at 618-407-5466, online at pacedesignconstruct.com, or on Facebook at Pace Construction Design. Do you have a big land improvement project that requires some outside help? Call Petroff Trucking Company. The Petroff Companies have been shaping the metro area since 1975. Family owned and operated, Petroff Trucking Company can do the job and do it right. Hauling, excavating, and grading, they do that and more. Petroff Companies also has roll-off dumpster rentals. They also specialize in dirt and rock sales. Petroff Trucking Company can help you develop your land for your needs. Petroff Trucking Company. Check out their website, petrofftrucking.com, or give them a call, 618-797-6100. Petroff Trucking Company, shaping the metro area since 1975.
At Visionary Wealth Advisors, we empower you to see your future before it's your future, to create your inheritance, to build your vision, to anticipate the known and unknown, and to find potential in both, and build new dawns. Visionary Wealth Advisors.
Visit Brad Keene with Visionary Wealth Advisors at his new Collinsville office located at 106 North Clinton, or call Brad at 467-8420. Lakeside Roofing in Collinsville. Let the professionals at Lakeside Roofing protect your most important investment, your home or business. Have the elements taken a toll on your roof system? Notice a leaking roof? Maybe it's time for a free roof inspection. Regular maintenance can extend the life of your roofing system by 10 years or more. Lakeside Roofing is your winning team for commercial and residential roofing systems. Lakeside's all-star professionals have installed, repaired, and maintained hundreds of roofs on both sides of the river. Call Lakeside Roofing today at 618-344-2800 or 314-241-5253 or online at lakesideroofing.com. Lakeside Roofing, celebrating 50 years of serving the metro area. Choose experience, choose Lakeside.
At Chiropractic Works, our mission is to help as many people live as high quality of life for as long as possible without the use of drugs and surgery. We have state-of-the-art testing available to see if we think we might be able to help you with any health issues that you're dealing with. Whether it's neck pain, back pain, headache, sinus, allergies, numbness, tingling, shoulder, elbow, wrist, hip, knee, or ankle problems, we've helped many people solve these issues without the use of drugs and surgery. If you'd like to get to the root cause of your health problems, feel free to give us a call and schedule a consultation or a new patient exam to see if we think we might be able to help you.
And once again, we welcome you back into the Chiropractic Works postgame show. I'm the only one left, man. Everybody's gone. Collinsville wins this one today. 25-12 the first win and 25-20 the third win. In between, Father McGivney won the middle set, 27-25. So only the second time this year Collinsville has had to play to 3 sets. The first one earned them their first Southwestern Conference victory. This one earns them a postseason victory as they've knocked Father McGivney out of the playoffs. So Collinsville will live to see another day. They'll be back here at 5:30 tomorrow to take on the host Belleville East Lancers. This is what we know so far. We know that softball's got their opening playoff game tomorrow. So as of right now, Zach Roseman will do that game on the Facebook page, and I'll be back here to do the volleyball game. Now, there's also the possibility that O'Fallon might move Wednesday's baseball games to tomorrow. Not for certain on that one or yet not, because we have a bunch of rain coming in Tuesday night into Wednesday. So if that happens, then we will pass along the information to allow you to watch the playoff game here, because Belleville East has their own little sports network as well. And then Roseman will do the softball game, and I will go do the baseball game. Whatever the case may be, we will figure it out, and we will let you all know when we do. Collinsville wins here tonight over Father McGivney, 2-1. And until tomorrow, my name is Todd Duke. Everyone have yourselves a fantastic rest of your evening.